Hi, I'm Cyaneink and this is my Sunday extra video, and today I'm going to swatch my Schmincke colors. These aren't new for me, I have swatched these before for the small sheet that they came with, but I decided that I want to larger swatches, and I have noticed that some of these swatches aren't really true to color, some are a little bit light, so I decided to make new swatches, and I have brought these swatch cards beforehand. I have this black line here to look for transparency or opacity. Here is name of the color, here is pigment, and some of these have little notes here about the pigments. Here is light fastness, what set they came and what is the maker, and here are transparent and semi-staining and those marks, and here will be granulating mark, but none of the Schmincke colors tell that are they granulating or not, but that's quite easy thing to see by eye. So I'm starting with this lemon yellow, and the way I do swatches is that I do full strength color here, then I clean out my brush, use dryer, and do like gradient wash over here, and this is nice basic cool yellow. Next one is cadmium yellow light, which is here. And I'm going to do this kind of swatching for all my watercolors, because now I have my swatches all in different sheets and like in different way swatches, so it's really hard to compare them. This way it's really easy to compare. Like here you can see that chrome yellow deep isn't actually chrome yellow deep, it's Cerulean yellow, and this Cerulean yellow is, so this is hue color, and that isn't telling in those small spots, but here I just write it out. I don't like when the maker name color like here chrome yellow deep, and it really isn't chrome yellow, it's more Cerulean yellow. They should be call it Cerulean yellow instead, or chrome yellow deep hue, because I think pigment information is quite important. But all in all, Schmincke has quite good naming policy in here. And here's other example, chrome orange, which is really hue. It's some red orange. And this is much more warm tone, yes. Reminds me of oranges. Just look like orange. I really like this Schmincke set because they have like cool and warm tones from primaries and those secondary colors, because I sometimes do really weird mixing and I need those secondary colors too. And this is cadmium red light, so it is this one. I'm used this quite much because I have quite a deep dent in the middle of it. And this is basic cadmium red with really bright and opaque pigment. And I like to use it sometimes, but I usually wet it down because I don't like opaque black. I like transparent watercolors, so I don't like opacity colors. That's how I do those swatches. Next we have deep red. That is one of my favorite reds in this set. And this is really deep and dark red, or like cold red, I would should say, like wine red. This is a really nice color. Actually, I haven't looked up what is the pigment, but I think it was some really common one. That is a really nice color. Yeah, that's not right. I'm running out of space here. Next one is permanent carmine, and it's the next one. I haven't used this at all because I don't like pinks, and this is like hot pink. And when it's wet down, it's turned this light red. And here you can see that this color is same as here. So you can see that this swatch card really isn't accurate. But I think that's because I didn't pay much attention to it, and it's hard to get colors accurate when you have so small watches. Now I'm trying to make all of these fit. Yeah, these are what. Okay. Next one is Magneto. And there isn't. Is this color? I have used this more because this is really close to the printer Magneto. I really like using these mixes, not by itself, because again I don't like pink things. Pink isn't my favorite color. Next one is Magnus Violet, and we are turning purple here. That's granulating. And if you are interested, this paper I'm using here is some really cheap watercolor paper. This is one, more like kids quality. But it's really good. It's 300 GSM, and it's really good for swatches because it has this cold press texture. This one is Violet. Next we have Indigo, and as you can see there are always 3 stars on this because Schmincke uses Phthalo blue and mix it with synthetic indigo. So this color fades, but this doesn't look like indigo. What the fuck is going on? I'm sure that this isn't indigo at all. I should have prepared for this. Taking the pen out. This is ultramarine. Yep, this is ultramarine. And indigo is the next one. I have sifted my pans. It doesn't surprise me because I have a travel set, travel palette I should say, and I use these same half pans in there. So I take these sometimes out, and I have put them in right order. But it's nice to notice it now than in it looks better. Yeah, that's more like indigo. So this uses Phthalo blue and synthetic indigo, and it gives light fastness rating 2 stars, and it's in blue scale. I don't remember how this turned out, but I have last summer I did my own light fast test, and this color didn't fade a bit or change its hue or anything like that, even if it hanged on my window like the whole summer. But I usually don't hang my watercolors in outside or in windows, so it's. Now I have indigo in my hands. I don't like that. I can leave free my fingerprints on these. Ultramarine finest. Yeah, that's basic ultramarine. Schmincke have something like 3 ultramarine. Ultramarine, ultramarine finest, ultramarine deep, and they are all same pigment. I think that's how they go, but I only need 1. Again, I'm not a huge user of ultramarine finest either. I have used more kind of Prussian blue or green tones. Here is the last one of the first row, Prussian blue. And I'm sure my palette is doing horrible noises because my microphone is right next to my palette. I like this Prussian blue, this is really a nice color. there. Next one, we are starting here down. This is Cerulean blue, and again, this is the color I don't like so much. This is made with Phthalo blue and pigment white 4, which is some white pigment. I suspect it's white, titanium white. I don't like when they add white on this color because it just makes them opaque. But this Schmincke color isn't that bad. I have seen bad example of this, but still I don't like the white added in my color or in any of my colors. I would just take the pigment, and I really like single pigment colors. But the colors are really nice. It isn't that bad. It could be better, but it is usable. I don't want to put that here. No, I'm throwing it out. No. The next one is Helio Turquoise, which is pigment blue 16. And this is really awesome color. I like this very much. As you can see here, the previous swatch really didn't make this color justice at all. I really like how these look. Like here, this and this, they look completely different. That's why I like to do big swatches for watercolors, because I want to have that darker tone and that lighter tone. And then my favorite color, which is really deep tint, Phthalo green, which is Phthalo green. It is really basic bluish tone green. It's really good for many mixes and I like it. I like to use it a lot. May green, this is also one of my favorites, which is easily seen that there is dent in this color. I really like this lime green color. And I know this is a mix because I think there isn't any pigment that look like this color. This is maybe Phthalo green and Benjamin yellow. I don't know how it's pronounced and I don't care. I can pronounce it any way I like. So I know that if you are interested in pigments, you know what pigment I'm talking about. Next one is Cobalt Green Dark. Actually, when I looked this pigment out, because I noticed that they have this is really dark and opaque. Not my favorite. But when I look for this pigment, BG26, and it's actually cobalt green, because I was really worried. I don't know how to. Too much water here. Because I was really worried that they would mix this also, but they didn't. Naples yellow, that infamous skin color. I have to say, I sometimes use Naples yellow. I usually use my tube colors where I have this Holbein Cyaneink Brilliant 1 and 2. I use them for skin tones because I'm too lazy for mixing. And this is mix of 3 pigments and it has white, so it's really opaque. Next one is our basic yellow ochre, and it's just yellow ochre, nothing special. I don't really use these muted tones so much, so I don't have like favorite brown or that. I have more like favorite greens or some bright colors. Yeah, it's just basic yellow ochre. Then we have burnt sienna. That is also mixed with 2 pigments, but I think that's... I don't know, I haven't looked up what other manufacturers' burnt siennas look like. I have a Rembrandt, and then I have some Winsor & Newton's Golden Cores and some Holbein and some Daniel Schmidt, but only Schmincke and Rembrandt and the Golden are full sets. What are just loose pans. English Venetian Red, one of those colors I really don't like, and I don't know why they include this in every watercolor set almost. This is like, this looks too much like burnt sienna, and here I'm missing that black line, but I don't care because I think I would never use this pan. This is really opaque, reddish brown. I don't find it useful in any way. Then we have sepia brown, which is 3 pigment color, and that's really don't matter because this is so dark. So I don't. This is used for darks, and it's not matter if it will look muddy, or of course it will make every mix is muddy because it's so dark, not because it has 3 pigments. Sepia brown. I like using sepia brown as a dark more than black. And here is last color, which is black. And I often don't use black in watercolors, but I found it's quite, well, I understand why they include this, but I rather find black in my set than white, because white is completely useless. I don't have any white watercolors at the moment, because I have given all of my white pans away because I don't use them. There's the black. And now I have 4 extra Schmincke half pans and 3 half pans and 1 full pan, because I have bought these. This Delft blue I bought for replacing Indigo, because this is pigment blue 60, which is single pigment. And this is gorgeous blue. This is like, I really like how this looks. I would really replace that with that Indigo. It's a really nice blue. Then we have green yellow, because I really like those green tones, and everything that is yellow tinted is nice. And this is really transparent, and I like to use this when I mix bright greens. And this is really interesting that the wash is quite yellow, but the mass tone is more like brownish. There's green yellow. Then we have silver one, and I use different water for this because I knew that this may have some sparkles particles. I hope that camera can pick this up. This is more like iridescent color, which will look really fascinating in paper. And the pigment information wasn't listed on because, of course, this isn't any standard pigment, but it was, I don't remember what it is, but this is light fast, which I was really surprised. And now I wetted my Delft blue card. And my table. This is the last one, and hope that I don't make huge mess with this. This is discontinued color, I think, because I didn't find this exactly color on Schmincke catalog. I bought this from local art supply store in my hometown, where I'm from. So it was really small art supply store, and the package for this pan looked really old. And this was something like €2 for Schmincke half pan, and it was like my favorite color, green, so of course I have to grab it. I would be crazy if I haven't grabbed it. Oh yeah, that is for it. And for that color I only know it's pigment Phthalo 7, because I didn't save the wrapper, and I know the name is permanent